So, did you know that the Florida State chair and the Moms for Liberty founder were investigated for sexual battery? I mean, if you didn't, that's literally the name of the article we're going to be going over. It's right over here. It's literally right there. It's just like you didn't know that. It's right there. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about that. So, this one comes to us from Ron Filipowski. The Florida Trident and Sarasota Herald Tribune are reporting that the chair of the Republican Party of Florida, Christian Ziegler, and his wife, Bridget, are being investigated by the Sarasota Police Department for an alleged sexual battery. Like, together? Because that's a bit screwed up if that's the case. So that's not your ordinary BS, it's a special kind of BS. The allegations reportedly stem from an alleged, menage a trois. I don't know how to pronounce words. Menage a trois? Relationship between the Zieglers, after a woman who filed a complaint who states that she was in a sexual relationship with the married couple. So, the woman, she was the unicorn? Trois, you had it right? Menage a trois? Okay, I got it right the first time, cool. Our time together is for crime together? Menage a trois. Poly relationship, I don't know. Either they were swinging with her or it was a poly relationship, one or the other. But she filed a complaint because something happened when she was apparently in a sexual relationship with them. The report states that sources corroborated that a search warrant was executed on Christian Ziegler's cell phone, but no charges has been filed yet. Christian Ziegler was elected state party chair last year, and Bridget was a co-founder of Moms for Liberty and has served on the Sarasota School Board. I feel like if you're part of an extremist group, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to serve on a school board. That's just me. So here are some posts from Ziegler. The chairman of the NAACP lives in Tampa, Florida. True leadership is being willing to do what you ask others to do. Time to step up and move. If you think our state is so bad, the Florida GOP will help with moving costs. So, wait a minute. Why are we not allowed to hate the state of a state? But then, after recognizing that we don't like the state that the state is in, we can't fix it while we're in it. Like, this is the thing I don't understand. Everybody who does this whole, like, thumbing of the chest, if you don't like America, why don't you leave? People who do that shit, I don't understand them. Because I'm of the opinion that if you have a burning house, you should put water on the house. If you have a broken house, you should fix the house. And most conservatives would agree with that exact sentiment until it comes to, you know, people having opinions that they don't like. Also, Noah, I'm not doing redeems in the middle of videos, but hi, how are you doing? I see you. So when you have Republicans going, you don't like our state, leave. Okay, but I don't like the state, and that's why I would like it to change. Like, if I moved back to Florida, I would be trying to vote Democrats into local and you know, county offices, because I would want things to change, and that would be a way to slowly move them into change. There would be ways to organize for types of change. You would basically be trying to do what you can within the state. I'd be probably reporting on Florida even more if I was living there, like how I report so much on Marjorie Taylor Greene, because I live here. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve the place you live. You can't just do the whole, if you don't like it, leave shit when everybody's like, no, the issue is that we love the places that we live half the time, and we want to improve them. Like, we want them to do better, so why not let us do better? That feels like an okay thing to do. It feels like it should be fine. Christian Ziegler going, the work is not done until there are no more Democrats in Florida. Motherfucker, how would you eliminate all the Democrats in Florida? How? Through what mechanism? By what means? Are you going to vote them all out of office? Are you going to run them all out of the state? Are you going to kill them all? How do you manage to make a world where there are no Democrats? How do you do that? Imagine if he had said literally anything else here. The work is not done until there are no more socialists in Florida. The work is not done until there are no more conservatives in Florida. It feels weird and yikesy no matter how you do it. Christian Ziegler then says in here, after today, she will be another failed Democrat candidate, putting her on a path to be the next chairman of the Florida Dems. This is in response to Jim Rosica saying, reboosting this as we head into today's runoff. Is Donna Deegan the next great hope of Florida Democrats? I think Florida just needs fewer Republicans. I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is Florida we're talking about. There's no bottom of their insanity. Yeah, Florida man is a poster child for a reason. Kristen Ziegler here also going, President Trump is exactly right here. Go to single-day paper ballots and voter ID. But until that happens, leverage existing rules and crush the Democrats at every step. Also, Hawkwood, thank you for the follow. Said Florida just needs less Floridians? Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. So he's got links here to the story from the Florida Trident. Let's see if there's anything extra that's added here. Florida GOP Chair Christian Ziegler, husband of Moms for Liberty co-founder, accused of sexual assault by an alleged menage a trois lover. The complaint was filed on October 4th, and the sexual battery occurred inside the woman's home on October 2nd, so literally 2 days afterwards. Both the woman and Bridget Ziegler independently told police that they engaged with Christian Ziegler in a three-way sexual encounter more than a year before the incident, according to a search warrant on the case late Friday. Bridget Ziegler was expected to show up at the victim's home for a threesome planned on the day of the incident, according to police, but was unable to make it. The incident under investigation by Sarasota police occurred when Christian Ziegler and the woman were alone at the woman's house without Bridget Ziegler present. Okay. So apparently this was supposed to happen. Not everybody was able to make it, but then the dude and the third wheel basically did shit. Okay. Sources also corroborated that a search warrant was executed on Christian Ziegler's cell phone, and the investigators continued to conduct a forensic examination of the electronic device. He's also alleged to have secretly videotaped the sexual encounters between the couple and the woman. Secretly. So, wait a minute. You recorded somebody doing the sex thing without their consent. That's kind of yikesy. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So there have been no charges filed in the case, and the Trident is unaware whether the woman's allegations have been substantiated. A voicemail is left with Mr. Ziegler for comment, and a message was left at Bridget Ziegler's school board office. Neither had been returned prior to publishing the story. After the story was published, Christian Ziegler's attorney, Derek Bird, issued a written statement that his client has been fully cooperative with Sarasota Police Department and predicting Ziegler will be completely exonerated. I mean, every lawyer always will say that. Says here, unfortunately, public figures are often accused of acts they did not commit, whether it be for political purposes or financial gain. I would caution anyone to rush to judgment until the investigation is concluded. Out of respect for the investigation, this is all Mr. Ziegler or myself can say at the time. So I will at the very least say, yes, this is true. Did you get the MILFs for Liberty reference now? I get it. I get it. But I will actually agree, this part is true. Anybody in any position of power, anybody in any position of authority, anybody in any position of notoriety is usually at risk of people calling for assault. If you want to, like, let's say this was not a Republican, right? Let's say this was a progressive. If you want to bring a progressive down, it's very easy to just claim that they did sexual assault in some way, shape, or form, and a lot of people will just agree with that. People on the right will agree with it because it's convenient for them to, and there's a lot of people on the left who will agree with it because if you've been on Twitter, sometimes all you need is an accusation without a substantiation, and the who did what's it conversation will continue on Twitter basically in perpetuity even after somebody's been exonerated. Just, it's a thing that happens. It's unfortunate, but if anybody has ever tried to pretend that nobody would ever claim that a sexual assault happened to get back at someone, I feel like they're living in a deluded world. It can ruin people's careers, it can ruin their lives, and if you don't like somebody, it's a very easy way to knock them down. However, it should also be noted the majority of accusations, when they actually come out, do tend to lean in the favor of the person accusing. So there's nuance to be had there. There's reason to be suspicious when somebody does say, hey, this person assaulted me, but also a lot of times it did just happen. The Zieglers are one of Florida's top political power couples. Christian Ziegler is a longtime Republican Party official who served as vice chairman of the state party prior to his election as chair in February. Prior to that, he was Sarasota County Commissioner who ran on a family values platform. Bridget has become a star within the MAGA movement, who was personally endorsed by her school board seat by Florida Governor and Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis. Never mind, I take everything back. If you're celebrated by Ron DeSantis, I don't like you. Ron DeSantis appointed her in March to the state board that oversees the special district previously overseen by Disney World prior to DeSantis' politically motivated feud with the entertainment company. Okay, so we don't have any actual evidence to work with right now. We just have the fact that an accusation has been brought out, and the person is at the very least part of the political party who is more of the persuasion of doing assaults as far as I'm concerned. But that doesn't mean that an assault has happened. That doesn't mean that we can come to any conclusions. This just means an accusation has gone out there, and an investigation is happening. What we do know is, based on these tweets, dude's a fucking asshole. We can say that with 100% certainty. Heartthrob the Axolotl says, what are you talking about? Christian Ziegler being investigated for sexual assault. That's what we're looking at right now. My opinion is, dude's an asshole. We can tell from looking at his Twitter he's an asshole. We can tell from the party that he's part of he's an asshole. But when it comes to assault allegations, we need to go ahead and let the courts do their work. I can't just go, yeah, no, I don't like this person at all, therefore they probably did an assault. That's not logical. That's not fair. So we'll see how this turns out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know it's a bit of a nothing story right now, as things are still developing with it, but let me know. Hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, everybody, insert end of video tagline here. Hey there, you've made it to the end. You know what that means. We got to talk about fan art, and this one is from Matt the Robot Man. I'd be going, you took everything from me. And the Timer-kun just going, I don't even know who you are. I loved Endgame. Endgame was a good movie. The next one we have here is from DieTW. I don't want to say the words that were associated with this, but is it Catboy Suris? I did see that this person was also talking with Salem, who's the creator of the male Suris model. Did a pretty decent conversation with Salem in the fan art chat, making sure that it was okay to make this, and of course, it was artists love when people make fan art of their art. The next one we have here is from Screpdoodle. Slides this in. This has been a crack-ass idea I've had in the back of my head since I started watching. I have no idea how I came up with the idea of combining Suris with Cookie Run, but that aside, I give you Black Forest Cookie. For my time trying to emulate the Cookie Run style and my first time drawing Suris, I am really happy with it. We are almost done with all the fan art that has been submitted over the last chunk of time. So I want to thank everybody who's dropped in fan art. As always, you all are amazing, and we are going to move into the credits. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.